The coveted question. I want to turn that right foot. How can I turn the right foot? Dane, why doesn't my right foot turn? If you're wondering how to get your right side to rotate all the way through in the shot or in the glide, stay tuned, and I've got 3 keys that will help that right side continue to rotate. What's up, everybody? I'm Dane from throwsuniversity.com, and I've got 3 big keys behind the rotation of the right knee, the right foot. If you're a left-handed thrower, utilize this with that left side. And I want to clarify, I do not believe it's absolutely important to think about turning the right foot. I believe the right foot needs to turn. I know that might sound contradictory, but what that means is that I think it's important for us to comprehend that when we're throwing, it is a global movement, and that big movement will set up the rotation of that right side. Now, if your right side isn't turning, these 3 tips are going to help that continue to rotate, and it'll make the movement better as a whole. Tip number 1, you have to have a plantar flex right foot. So what does that mean? When we're sweeping out of the back or when we're gliding out of the back, we've got to think about when that right side grounds in the middle. The heel must be elevated. We must hold plantar flexion. We have to have a stiff right ankle. Vertical stiffness is key for speed in sprinting. It's key for jumping. It's key for throwing far and absorbing that force when your right grounds. So having vertical stiffness in that right side, having plantar flexion that is held the entire way. Oftentimes, some people will almost have like a little hitch where their right side drops flat and then it comes back up. It's key that that right ankle is stiff and holds plantar flexion through the whole entire throw. Tip number 2, bent right knee. So we're taught, a lot of us are taught, and we think that we've got to extend on the finish, and that's wrong. I'm here to tell you, don't extend your right knee. Do not extend your right knee. The moment you extend your right knee, then your right side stops rotating. Keep that right knee bent. Bent, finish, bent, finish, bent, finish. Bent right knee, that quad, that hip, that glute, that is what's going to control that right side through the rotation. If that quad goes down and the knee pushes down, now that right side can continue to rotate as long as there's also plantar flexion in that right ankle. The right knee must remain bent. Tip number 3, fast left side. So a lot of times when we've got a slow left side, what we'll end up seeing is a lot of athletes transfer into the left early and their right side has not rotated through at that moment. Okay, so the left side might be a little bit late. They transfer their energy forward into the left and they never actually rotate that right side. If you want to have a high left leg in the spin or a high left leg in the discus, that's fine. As long as it's fast, getting to the front, and you are staying back over that right side. So we've got to have a fast left side. We like to teach a moderate level left leg to the front, similar to Kovacs and Krauser, Robert Harding. That left side, I believe, leads to a little bit better rotation of the right side. I think that left leg, a moderate height to a little bit lower, helps that right side rotate. But if you have a high left side, like Alex Rose, one of our discus throwers, that's okay as long as it's fast getting to the front. So that fast left leg will enable that right side to rotate all the way through. So you got to remember these 3 keys to getting that right side to rotate. We've got to have plantar flexion in the right ankle. We've got to hold a right bent knee through the finish. And we've got to have a fast left leg to get to the front. We use this information all throughout our programming and in the Ultimate Throwers Assessment, which is available at throwsuniversity.com. You can pick that up and you can see and understand what you need to do from a technical perspective, from a thrower's perspective, from a weightlifting perspective, from a mobility, nutrition, everything that you can think about, we put into this book so that you can take that next step to become that great thrower that you want to become. If you like this information, please like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell. Peace.